Here we have vermicomposting worms. Worms have voracious appetite. They feed on decomposing organic wastes. Worms, they wait for that food waste to become covered in microbial communities. In fact, worms' main source of nutrition comes from the microorganisms that grow in abundance on organic fruit and vegetable waste. Your worms will wait around until microbes begin to flourish on the surface of the food scraps. Once microbial content of the food is high enough, dinner is served and the food is ready for your compost buddies to eat. Feed your worms animal wastes. Kitchen scraps, grass, green grass, sawdust, be careful not to feed your worms any manure containing deworming medication that could kill your worms. Also be careful, feed your worms citrus fruit scraps like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits, as the peels contain a chemical that can harm worms when given in large amounts. Avoid adding salt or any salty foods to the compost bin. Salt is rarely bad for worms and can kill them if it is present in large amounts in the compost container or bin. Now we are preparing food for the worms. As you see, but be careful when loading food for the worms. Be careful not to overload the compost bin during the first couple of weeks. Your worms, give time your worms to settle into their new environment a bit. Once the environment is set and you have added your worms, they run out of food to eat. Remember, their food needs to grow lot of microorganisms before they will eat it. So you will want to cycle in new food waste every 2 or 3 days. Don't worry if the worms avoid the new food waste that you just added at first. They will get to eat as soon as it has grown enough microorganisms to satisfy their calving. The size of your compost bin will determine the amount of food waste you should use each time. But typically, a cup of food. After preparing food for the worms, then put worms in the worm bin and wait for 2 weeks. You will be able to harvest worm castings. Worms will enter the food slowly. Then after 2 weeks, you will be able to harvest worm castings. These are worm castings, as you can see. Fertilizer, it is rich 100% organic, rich in nutrients, enzymes, and microbial communities.